There's a little-known story buried deep in Philippine history, one that sounds so outrageous you'd think it came from a spy novel. In the 1970s, the Philippines was nearly involved in a secret deal that would have handed over large parts of Mindanao to a foreign power. And behind it all, a sitting president, a secret negotiation, and a betrayal that almost broke the nation apart. This is not a conspiracy theory. This actually happened.
History isn't always written by the victors. Sometimes it's buried by them. Welcome to Pinoy Forbidden Archives. The silence ends here.
Mindanao, the second largest island in the Philippines. It's a land of beauty and blood. For centuries, Muslims and indigenous Lumads have called it home. But during the 20th century, things got messy. As more Christian settlers moved south during American colonization and post-World War II resettlement programs, the native Moro population was slowly being pushed out. Tensions grew, violence followed, and by the 1970s, Mindanao was a war zone. Enter President Ferdinand Marcos, a dictator with a sharp suit, a silken voice, and a secret plan. In 1972, Marcos declared martial law, officially to stop chaos, unofficially to stay in power. Around the same time, a rebellion brewed in Mindanao. The Moro National Liberation Front, or MNLF, led by Nur Miswari, demanded independence for the Moro people. To avoid full-blown civil war, Marcos did something unexpected. He opened secret negotiations with Libya's Muammar Gaddafi. Yes, that Gaddafi. You see, Gaddafi was funneling arms to the MNLF. So Marcos figured, cut the head of the snake and the body dies. In 1976, under the Tripoli Agreement, Marcos proposed autonomy for 13 provinces in Mindanao, even without asking Congress or holding a national referendum. But here's the kicker. Autonomy was just a few words short of secession, and critics feared it was Marcos's way of buying peace by selling out sovereignty. When the agreement leaked, chaos erupted in Manila. Some politicians warned that this could lead to the balkanization of the Philippines. But Marcos, he didn't flinch. This government has no intention of breaking up the republic. We aim for peace. Right. Like when he said he'd only serve one term. In reality, Marcos delayed implementing the Tripoli Agreement, then rewrote it. The promised autonomy reduced to powerless local councils. The MNLF accused him of betrayal. The fighting resumed. So, did Marcos really try to sell Mindanao? Technically, no. But here's the twist. U.S. declassified documents, uncovered decades later, revealed that Marcos considered more drastic measures, even discussing leasing territories to foreign investors to fund his regime. And according to testimonies from his own military advisors, a partition of Mindanao was not off the table if things went south. In short, Marcos wanted to keep power, even if it meant bargaining with the nation's soul. The war in Mindanao raged for decades. Only in 2014 was peace finally formalized under the Bangsamoro Organic Law. But the scars remain, not just on the land, but in our national memory. A memory of a time when a leader almost traded land for silence. So the next time someone says history is boring, remind them, once upon a time, Mindanao was nearly lost. The Marcos regime left behind many mysteries, some whispered, some hidden in plain sight. But Mindanao's near secession, that's no conspiracy, that's recorded history. And as always, those who forget history are doomed to sell it. If this episode opened your eyes, hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into forgotten truths and dark files. Here in Philippine Forbidden Archive, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and stay curious. See you in the next episode.